Hey! Wanted to talk about the shoot fiasco this month. Oh my god, it's just been crazy! Absolutely crazy. I'm like trying to look at my calendar up here but I usually mark it off when it got rescheduled. So I had my solo shoot scheduled for, God, when was it scheduled? Still looking at my calendar, trying to figure out when it was scheduled for. I had it scheduled for one day, and I was going to shoot at the FTV house, and then I think the day of or the night before, maybe a couple days before, I can't remember, I got a phone call from FTV Rob saying, hey, we need to reschedule your shoot because painters are coming in to paint the house. And I was like, okay, well, alright, we'll reschedule it for this day. So I rescheduled it again. And then I get a phone call the night before from FTV Rob saying, hey, we need to reschedule the shoot because the buyers for the FTV house are coming in to, I don't know, like, look at everything. And I'm like, good God, at this point, I'm like, what the hell, I need to get this done. So I'm like, okay, well, let's schedule it for this day. So that was actually last week. So I texted Rob the night before to confirm the shoot with him, and he was like, yes, everything's a go. Cool, that's great. Morning of, but he told me, hey, can you get to the house at 10:45, because I have to leave at 11. I guess he was going to see Star Wars with his friends. And I was like, yeah, sure, that's fine. This shoot was scheduled for 11 anyways, so getting out early, not a big deal. Wake up bright and early in the morning to get ready and decide I need to get Starbucks. I had what I thought was enough time to get to Starbucks. I'm waiting in line and I get a phone call from Rascal Dog, who's my photographer, saying, hey, Rob tried to call you and for some reason he thinks that we're shooting at his new home and not the FTV house. And I kind of flipped out and I was like, what the hell? I told him like last week that we were shooting at the FTV house, not his new home. Like, why would he think that we're shooting at his new home? So I called Rob back and I was like very stressed at this point because I'm like, oh my god, I need to get this shoot done. I had run out of content at that point. So he was like, well, I don't know. Hey, get out of there! Sorry, she's like climbing, my cat's climbing in through my clothes. Should probably help if I actually like moved my clothes, put them up, perhaps. My house is a freaking disaster right now. It's crazy. This month has been insane. I haven't had time to do anything. Okay, so back to the story. So I called Rob and he's like, well, I don't know if the door to the FTV house is open or not, and I can't make it to the FTV house in time to make sure, like, to open the door. So he asked, well, can you get to the new house by 10:45? And this is like, I don't know, like 15 or 20 minutes before 10:45. And I was like, yeah, I could totally make it. So I get off the phone with him and put the address in and realized that there was no way in hell that I was going to make it to his new house. Get out of there! Oh my god! Crazy cat. Sorry, she's like getting into everything. She's like crawling into a box full of Christmas presents. No. Isis, no! Shoo, kitty. Go away. So I had never been to his new house before. I didn't realize how long it took to drive over there. And 30 minutes is like, I think it takes less time to get to my house, or to my parents' house from my home. And they live all the way out on the west side, and I live like in the more east side of Phoenix. So the fact that his place is 30 minutes away, I was like, what the heck? That's crazy. I called Rascal Dog and told him what was going on, and then told him that I was going to try to drive to the FTV house, or not try, I'm like so flustered right now, trying to remember this story. I called Rascal Dog and told him that I was just going to drive to the FTV house and see if the door was open or not. And then I'd give him a phone call to tell him to head over if it was open, or to reschedule if it wasn't open. And then I had to call Rob and tell him that I wasn't going to make it. And yeah, it was just, again, a total fiasco. I get there to the house. Unfortunately, it was open, although I had to like climb over rocks and everything to get to the back to open the door. It was so weird. It was like, it's a really good thing that I have flat shoes on and not wearing a dress, because this would be very awkward to try to climb over the wall to get in. The gate was like rusted shut, so yeah, that was fun. So anyways, Rascal Dog and I shoot the first photo set and the first video, and then we're in the middle of shooting the second photo set, and Rascal Dog looks at me and he says, "There's somebody peering through the window right now." When we're shooting in the living room, there's huge windows. It's right next to the front door. I turn around, there's a lady that was just standing there like peering through the window. So she rings the doorbell, Rascal Dog answers the door, and he's like, "Can I help you?" And she's like, "I'm the realtor. I thought, there's an appraisal tomorrow." Just, like, yeah. I'm pretty, well, he was like, "Well, you shouldn't be here. The appraisal's tomorrow. Today's today. Like, why are you here?" Pretty much. And this is really unprofessional to not, like, call the homeowner and tell them that you would be showing up at the house, or like at least ask if you could come to the house before just showing up. Yeah, that was fun. And then I peered out the window and see her like taking pictures of my license plate and the photographer's license plate. So yeah, the photographer texted Rob and he told Rob what happened, and then we were pretty much told that we needed to leave the house. So, but in the meantime we did get the rest of the photo set and the video shot. So at least I was able to get 2 videos and 2 photo sets out of that day. So it wasn't a complete and utter fail. And it's enough content to last me through this month. So then I had my first time double penetration shoot. Yay! Boy, girl, boy, double DP. So nervous about that. Yeah, that was interesting. Very interesting. I think next time I do something like that, I'm gonna hire professional talent. That's probably just a better idea. Hey, what are you doing? God, you guys are just getting into everything. You shouldn't chew on that. That's plastic. It's not good for you. Oh God, what was I saying? Yeah, I should, next time, it was just a fiasco. So we shot on a Friday due to some issues that one of the men was having. We had to stop the shoot and pretty much reschedule it. And then, yeah, and then trying to work around 4 people's schedule is pretty difficult. My photographer can only shoot on certain days. My schedule is pretty open. James's schedule is pretty open as well, except when he's traveling. But he wasn't going to be traveling until January, I don't think. And then Sander, he works a normal job, so we had to work around his schedule. It was just, yeah, it was a pain in the butt. Fortunately, we were able to reschedule it. And I mean, it turned out okay. Like, I didn't get as much of, I was aiming for like 10 to 15 minutes of double penetration content, but we only got like 6. Granted, again, like, they don't really, that was the first time for all of us, and it was kind of difficult doing it on the bed with such a soft surface, where we were all like pretty much, what's the word? I can't think of the word. What word am I looking for, kitten? Tell me. We were all sinking into the bed pretty much. And then we actually had to like rehearse the DP scenes. I had to look up different DP scenes because I only really know of like 3, which is reverse cowgirl, and standing DP. And I was like, there's no room in my bedroom to do standing DP, so that wasn't gonna happen. Sorry, my nose is running. So yeah, I had to look up the scenes, and I found this really, look up the positions. Found this really cool website that showed the different positions and how to get into them. It's called something like Friendly Fire. I can't remember. Yeah. And it's not up here anymore, so darn it. It was an awesome site, and I like really appreciate that site because I was able to actually, we were able to figure out how to do different positions because of that site. But we tried to do, yeah, just, oh my god, it was difficult. It was so difficult. Next time, next time, I'm hiring professionals. I'm hiring people who have shot a DP scene before, who have had experience. I'm gonna, like, not shoot in my bedroom because there's not enough room in there, that's for sure, with a huge king-size bed and, oh, hang on. I'm back. Sorry, my brother just came in and he's doing his laundry here. So, okay, so I was saying, so a different location, I think maybe even try to do it like on a sofa, something where you're not going to sink in and where you can just position yourself easy. And then, yeah, different talent and then different location, that's pretty much it. But I mean, overall, I'm happy with how it went. We got a good amount of content from it. From the good amount of content from the shoot. It's one of my longer, I think it's like 26 minutes, so I think it's one of my longer boy-girl scenes. And yeah, it was fun. was actually incredible. I was very, very surprised at how much I enjoyed it. And yeah, so I plan on totally doing it again. But yeah, it's like the shoot fiasco for this month. I've never had a month like this where just everything was not working out. But I don't know. Next month will be better. For sure. Yeah. Kiss me.